How many people watch the Matrix movies? Great movie, right? Great set of movies. Even number four was pretty good. Acting wasn't the best, but you know what? The message itself. That's what people should be aware of. You see, the Matrix itself went over most people's heads. The Matrix is this artificial world that we all live in. Now, are we bodies in a pod? I have no idea, but we're living in a fake reality. That's the reality. Okay? Everything around us is fake. You think there's a country called Canada? No, it's not. We were a corporation. Okay, that's now dissolved. United States is not a country. It's a corporation that's now dissolved. That's the reality. That's how bad it's gotten, and people are so blind to it. Money is fake. The entire system is fake. But yet people don't want to wake up to it. Okay? You are a slave in the matrix. That's what you don't realize. Are we bodies in a pod? I don't know yet. But if I was a body in a pod, my I'd be flashing for the last 35 years. Somebody would have found me by now. So let's take that off the table. The Matrix movies themselves went over most people's heads, and the whole key of the Matrix movies was follow the white rabbit out of the Matrix. Do you know what the white rabbit is? Because the white rabbit is prominent in a lot of places. You go back to the Balenciaga scandal. It was all about a white rabbit. Okay? Once you start finding that white rabbit, you're going to understand the entire concept in the Matrix. Is follow the white rabbit out of the Matrix. What is a white rabbit? It's a representation of adrenochrome. What is adrenochrome? When you go into a serious fear state, let's bring some psychology into it. When you go into a serious fear state, your limbic system in your brain starts sending signals around your body to start getting ready to react. Mainly it goes to your adrenal glands to create the cortisol and adrenaline. Okay? So once you go through that serious fear state, and if you've ever been in a terrified state, you ever get that feeling after the fact? Once you start to calm down, it's like a euphoric experience. That's adrenaline converting into adrenochrome. And adrenochrome is one of the most potent drugs out there that there are. It's a very expensive drug that people can take. And once you understand where adrenochrome comes from, that's going to get you out of the matrix, and you're going to go down a rabbit hole that you'll never get back out of. Okay? People need to wake up and realize the world around you is not what you think it is. And I've been watching this shit show for the last 35 years. I've been wide awake to it for 35 years. Society is not going to survive what's coming down the pipe. That's the reality. Society is already done. You can stick a fork in it. B.F. Skinner knew that society wasn't going to survive, and so did Carl Jung. Why? Because we refuse to accept the animal that we are. That's the reality. And that's what people don't seem to understand. You ask most people if you believe you're an animal. A lot of people are going to say, yes, I'm an animal, but they have no idea what that means. And if you can't understand what being an animal means, you'll never understand what positive reinforcement truly is. This is the reason why people believe in this misrepresentation of positive reinforcement called have a treat. The fact that most of society understands or believes this positive reinforcement is have a fucking treat is terrifying to me from a psychological standpoint. Okay? I've been watching this movie for the last 35 years, and I can't wait to see how it plays out, because it's going to be bad. We are going to be going to civil war. We're going to be going to world war. This is how it all comes down the pipe. There's a lot of bad shit going on around the world that people don't even realize. There's earthquakes going on. There's volcanoes going off. There is shit going on that people don't even want to see. And I admire people's tenacity for burying your head in the dirt. I really do. But people need to wake the fuck up and start looking around the world and understand what the world is around you. Children are nothing more than a commodity in this world. This fake world has been created for us to live in. And again, money is fake. Human resources. The only reason why money exists is your belief in that money. And you were raised to believe that money actually exists. You were raised as a child to value the fake dollar. Your parents were raised to value that fake dollar. Your grandparents were raised to or value that fake dollar. And it all goes right back to 1913 with the creation of the Federal Reserve, the biggest form of slavery that there is. Taxation is illegal. Again, we don't have a country called Canada. It's a corporation. It's all fake. The only thing that makes it real is your belief in it. But once you go through the history and understand the history of it all, that's when things change. If you don't believe me, go through and look up the District of Columbia Act in 1872. That's when the United States became a corporation. You'll understand once you understand Abe Lincoln and why he was assassinated. Everything's going to change. Get ready, folks, because we got some serious shit coming down the pipe. And if you're not aware of it, you might want to wake up to it and get ready to fight for your life. Have a good day.